And what makes you come to Japan?
I was sent here with the U.S. Navy in 1984, and I came back in 1991 to do research, and I've been here ever since.
So what made you involved into the food distribution?
Well, I started it up here in terms of what we do here on a Saturday, and what we do at Second Harvest Japan is we collect food donations from companies and redistribute to people in need. One of the activities is our distribution up here along the river, which we do twice a month.
Our food mainly comes from companies or also stores that have excess food. But a lot of the product that we get is donated because companies have to throw it away for various different reasons that they can't put it up in the market. So for example, if the product is ordered and too much has been ordered, then the remaining product has to be thrown away. Or if the shelf life is like only 2 or 3 weeks left, then a customer won't purchase that product, so they throw it away.
So basically, do you think that is there any distribution problem in Japan?
I mean, well, no, I don't think it's just Japan. I mean, Japan certainly has the highest average ratio of waste per capita of any first world country. And in addition to that, there's no system like ours in place to make the recycling, so to speak, of the food available. Recycling for humans, I should say. So those are two factors right there that place that it seems like there's a lot of waste. But any first world country will find waste, food waste, for different reasons.
So why these people, they need food from you?
Well, it's not that they need food from us, it's that they can benefit from the food donations that we have available. And so we bring food up here that has to be cooked or otherwise, and then they can prepare it in their own, because most of them live in like a tent. We call them blue sheet houses here. They live there.
So these people are homeless.
Well, yeah, technically some are homeless. Some have a blue sheet house, which I guess you could say is homeless, but it's a house. Some live in cheap apartments nearby. So we don't really make a distinction there.
So I was told that you also have experience living with the homeless.
That's correct. I lived here nearby here for 15 months in a blue sheet house along the Sumida River, about less than 500 meters from here.
Do you have a tent?
I had a tent.
Yes. What about the life there?
Much more difficult than people kind of imagine.
Yeah.
One thing is that when you live in a tent like that, or at least you really become aware of first the weather. Because if it's raining or not raining, it makes a big difference. You become aware of that anybody can come in at any time because you don't have a door, a lock on your door. Water becomes something that you worry about because you have to carry all your water in to where you live. And in our case, we were evicted once a month, so you had to deal with the evictions and taking down your house and rebuilding it. Every month they put up a notice on the house saying you have to be gone. For example, they put up the notice on Wednesday, you have to be gone by Friday. On Friday, everybody takes down their house, moves 10 meters, the government comes down, looks at the house, at the place, there's no one there, and then take a picture, and then they leave, and the people come back again immediately. So everybody knows when it's going to happen. And then everybody moves for just about 5 or 10 minutes. But to go through the eviction takes, when I say 5 or 10 minutes, I mean that people get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, take down their house. So it was stressful physically moving your house.
Is it dangerous to stay in the park, riverside like this?
It depends on where, who you are, where you are. Meaning that if you're elderly person without a house, yeah, it can be dangerous. There have been people who've been killed by young students, and even as young as elementary or middle school have killed homeless people here, set them on fire, do all sorts of things like that. So in that sense, yes, it can be dangerous. On the other hand, compared to my own country, the United States, no, it's not dangerous because there are not a lot of people here who use drugs, and drugs plays a big factor in being dangerous. If you have a house and you're living in the house, people generally don't disturb you. And so, all things being equal, no, it's not as dangerous as people might think.
What about the homeless? Are they dangerous?
Not that I think of.
So
you know, among themselves, right? I mean, you're gonna have people fighting among themselves no matter where you go, and so people there are no different. However, it's not like you have gangs and stuff like here are gonna beat you up and take all your money away and stuff.
So basically, the homeless people are quite calm and peaceful.
Well, I think it's the Japanese society in general is calm and peaceful, and so that's reflected in probably this culture right here that lives along the river and stuff. The second factor here is that you have basically two types of people that are homeless. One that you would say they're former day labor. So these people work together for 20 or 30 years. Many of the people down here probably fit in that category. So they know each other. Then the other category you have people called new homeless, people who have never been on the streets before, and so they're just getting to know people and stuff. It's not like they fight amongst each other, but just a different type of reason why they become homeless and the reason why they're here.
So why they don't get the government welfare anything?
Well, because there's a couple different reasons. One is because their age. The average age of a person who's on the streets is 55.6 years old, I believe. You might be 56. You can't get government help until you reach 65. Long-term pension benefits. They have a 10-year window where you're not going to get any type of help.
Since you start giving the food to the homeless, do you see any significant improvement, like less homeless or the situation?
Now, there's no relationship between our giving them food and them not being homeless. And one of the criticisms of what we do is that we don't solve their problems, and we recognize that our purpose is not to solve their problems. But what we do believe in is that if you don't have enough food, you can't do the next thing you need to do in your life. So if you don't have enough nutrition, then you're going to get sick easier. If you don't have enough nutrition, you're not going to be able to go out and get work or anything like that.